Hey there, welcome back. Today we are in the kitchen and we're whipping up some gluten-free vegan brownies. I'm Jen, founder of Polistic Yoga 52 poses all on the ground plus a holistic lifestyle. And part of that holistic lifestyle is what we feed our body. Now, I know a lot of my clients are raw food, and that is wonderful, but for some of us, we're still eating cooked food. So today I'm gonna show you how you can veganize this brownie mix, this gluten-free brownie mix from Aldi. I'm sure you can find any brownie mix. It doesn't have to be from Aldi, but I did make a video on why I like shopping from Aldi, and I'll drop that in the description below. And you can use these techniques to veganize any brownie mix, or if you need a substitute for eggs, you can use this technique as well. Today we're gonna use applesauce, flaxseed, and chia to substitute our eggs. And we're gonna also add some toasted walnuts to our brownies because I love a little nuts in my chocolate. And we're gonna be topping it with this coconut whipped cream, which I absolutely love. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. I could just eat that whole container by itself. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first we're gonna start out by toasting our nuts. Okay, and we're gonna add about a cup of nuts. And if you know me and you've been cooking with me for long, you know I don't measure a lot of things. When I had my gluten-free bakery, that was really a challenge for me because in gluten-free baking, you have to weigh everything. That's one reason I really like the box mix because it's already weighed out. And we are gonna chop these nuts, but I like chopping them after they're cooked. We're just gonna throw these on the cookie sheet and we're gonna bake them for about 8 minutes on 350. Okay, so while those are toasting, we're gonna go ahead and start making our mix. And I'm gonna go ahead and start out with making the egg replacement. So we're gonna use 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of flax seeds, and usually we do 3 tablespoons of flaxseed to every 1 egg replacer, but I like to add a little bit of chia for 1 of those tablespoons. I like the consistency that it gives. And then we're gonna go ahead and add double the amount of water. So since we use 3 tablespoons, we're gonna use 6 tablespoons of warm water. So we're gonna add 6 tablespoons here. And we're just gonna give this a little stir. And we're gonna let this thicken up. So that's just gotta hang out for a few minutes. And then the other egg replacer, because this calls for 2 eggs, so the other egg replacer that we're gonna use is gonna be this applesauce. Now you can home make your own applesauce, and this is gonna be about 1/4 of a cup of applesauce if you do homemade or if you get it from a larger container. So now we're gonna use 1/2 cup of melted butter. And this is dairy-free butter, again from Aldi. And I'm gonna put this in the microwave for just a few minutes. If you don't have a microwave or you don't wanna use a microwave, you could put this cup into a bowl of hot water and melt it that way. I didn't even have a microwave when I moved in here. This one was built in, so I don't use a microwave very often, but we're not gonna leave it in there very long. Okay, so I melted this for about 30 seconds in the microwave. Now we're gonna go ahead and start our brownie mix. We're gonna pour our melted butter in first. Then we are gonna put our little slurry in here. See how that has thickened up? And this is our egg replacement. It's gonna be the flaxseed and chia seed. So we're gonna put that in there. Then we're gonna put our applesauce. And now we're gonna just gently stir this together. Oh, it did say 2 tablespoons of water. So let's get our 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm gonna stir this up. While we're waiting on our nuts, I'm gonna go ahead and butter my pan. I'm gonna use my hands. Yes, I've washed my hands. No, I'm not serving this to the public. That's why I don't wear gloves or hairnet. I spent a lot of time in commercial kitchens, so I'm very familiar with standard operating procedures for how we treat the public. But here in my home, it's okay to use my hands. You could also use like a paper towel for this, or you can use a spray. I'm just using what was left over in here because I don't like to waste anything. And it works very nice. And it moisturizes my hands. There we go. All right, so here are our toasted nuts. I put them in the freezer for just a few minutes to cool them down because I didn't want to put them in here really hot. So you can use your little chopper, you can put them in like a plastic bag even and use a hammer or a mallet or a meat tenderizer if you have one. You can even use a bowl to chop it with. So I'm just gonna use them in the Vitamix really quickly. I love my Vitamix, I use it for so many things. I'm just gonna use the pulse feature on here. So I'm just gonna give it just a few pulses. Otherwise, it's gonna give me walnut flour. This Vitamix is so powerful. So we're just gonna add these in. And if you don't like nuts, you don't have to put the nuts in. But I love nuts and chocolate. It's probably my favorite sweet treat. Is nuts and chocolate and nuts. It's one reason I love going to Costa Rica too, because cacao is native to Costa Rica and pure cacao is so amazing. There's a lot of health benefits to it. And I don't eat very many sweet things, but I love chocolate. Have you been to Costa Rica? I would love to know if you have. I host retreats there. So you can also drop a comment down below if you would ever like to go with me to Costa Rica. And I can take you to the best places, the best restaurants, the best chefs. I love Costa Rica so much. We have our Polistic Yoga retreats there. And I was trained in 2021 as a luxury retreat hostess for Costa Rica. And so we stay at this really nice place called the Montepalo Mansion, is where we have been staying. I've gone and toured a few other places as well to get more people, so stay tuned here to see where we go next. Okay, so we're just going to gently spread this out. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven for about 27 minutes and we'll check it then. 27 minutes, I don't know if you can tell, but it's still a little bit jiggly. Just a little bit jiggly still there. So I'm gonna let it go about another 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, we went 3 more minutes. It's got just a little bit more on there than I would like, so we're gonna let it go another 2 minutes. It's looking a lot better. It's feeling a lot better. Might go 1 more minute. Okay, I'm hoping that this is the last time. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, that took about 33, 34 minutes and I've let it cool for about 20 minutes. Here it is, and if you've been a part of my channel for very long, you know that I am obsessed with this coconut whipped cream from Aldi. It is amazing, and I thought that it would be the perfect topping for this brownie. Gluten-free, dairy-free brownie with some yummy whipped cream on top. Now let's try it out. Just enough sweetness. The whipped cream is so good on the top. They also have some dairy-free ice cream at Aldi that would also be super yummy on this. Drop me any comments below of any additions or changes. You could put fruit, other kinds of nuts. You could just have these brownies plain. It just takes a few minutes to whip this up, and this is sure to be a crowd pleaser. So if you have company stopping by and you want to wow them with something that's gluten-free and vegan, give this a shot and let me know how you like it below. And be sure to subscribe to this channel while you're here, like this video, comment, and hit that notification bell so you stay up to date the next time that I post. You can find me all over the internet with Polistic Yoga, and you can always drop a comment below with any messages or questions that you might have. I do look forward to seeing you next time here in the kitchen or at the yoga pole. Namaste at the pole.